Let's learn the Craigslist YouTube Internet Marketing Method now. To use this method, you will need to open up the following. Go to your Craigslist account and log in. Go to imageshack.us, that's imageshack.us, there is no .com on the end, and then also go to YouTube. Let's review. You're going to go to Craigslist, open your account. You're going to also go to imageshack.us, and then finally you're going to open up YouTube. In addition, go to your computer and find the Microsoft PowerPoint software and simply open up the software. Again, in addition to the three browsers, open up Microsoft PowerPoint. To begin using this method, you will first decide what YouTube video you want to use. Once you choose your video, you will do the following. In this example, I will be using this particular image for my video. And to copy, you will do the following. To copy the image of your YouTube video, you will need to do the following. You will press down both the Control key and the Print System Request key at the same time. Again, let's repeat. For you to copy the image of your YouTube video, you're going to do the following. You're going to press down the Control key and the Print System Request key at the same time on your YouTube video. Okay, so while you're on the YouTube site and you have selected the video's image, again, you're going to press down the Control key on your keyboard along with the Print System Request key at the same time. I just did that. Next, you will open up, if you haven't already, your PowerPoint software. I've already gone to the PowerPoint software, so now you are going to do the following. You will come over to your PowerPoint software and hit, this time, your Control key and the letter V. And voila! The image that you copied from YouTube will now appear on this screen. Some adjustments will be needed to make this image fit properly, so to do that, this is what you are going to do. You're going to go up to Format, click on Format. Got it? Great. Next, you're going to come over and click on Crop. Got it? Great. When you did that, you'll notice that you get crop marks on the outside of your image. You can see them here. Now we're going to adjust those crop marks. For example, here's a crop mark right here. What we will do is press down with our mouse, press down, and then drag down. Again, if you don't see the crop marks, like the crop marks here, what you're going to do is you're going to hit Format and then Crop. But once you get those crop marks, you're going to press down and then adjust down from the top. From the right side of your image, you're going to press down and then drag over to the left. Got it? Complete this process until you get your image just so that all you're going to see is just the frame of the image and nothing else. Okay? We're still adjusting the crop marks. Okay, so there we are. We have the image. You may notice there's some darker gray area and then there's a lighter gray area on the outside. Just click on the outside of the darker gray area like that, and you will see a clearer image of the image that you just created and edited. Now what we're going to do is save this image. To save your image, what you're going to do is place your cursor over the image, right click, okay, and then click Save as Picture. When you do that, a new box will appear, and what you're going to do is give your picture a name. Name it something that you can remember. In this case, I'm going to call mine Houses. I'm going to do it in lowercase. Then it says save type or save as type. You're going to select JPEG. Name the file whatever you want to name it, but save it as JPEG. Then save the image to your desktop and then hit save. Although you can't see it right away, the image has been saved to your desktop. Now that image you just saved, remember I saved mine as houses. Remember whatever the name is that you're going to save for your file, remember that name, and now click on Image Shack. When you get to Image Shack, what you're going to do now is you're going to upload the image that you created from your YouTube video. You saved it to your desktop. Now we're going to retrieve it. So we do that by clicking on the Browse button. When you do that, you will notice that you get a new box that shows up, and it'll say something like this: file name. So I remembered my particular file is on my desktop, so I'm going to click desktop there, and now I'm going to type in houses, Houses. That's the name of my file. Then you click the file name, then you click open, and voila, the name of the file appears here. You will now upload that file, and you will do that by clicking the upload button. This may take a few seconds, so just be patient. Okay, now you have some options. Down here there is a line that says HTML code. You're going to place your mouse over that, right click, and say select all. Okay, now you're going to right click again and hit copy. Got it? On your computer somewhere, you have a software called Notepad. I want you to find that. What you'll do is you'll go down to the bottom of your computer, usually right here, and you can look for Notepad. Then what I want you to do is click it to open it. Okay, now Notepad is opened. The code that you just copied from Image Shack, you are going to now paste into this window. You will simply do the following. Go back to your controls key, hit the control key, now hold that down, keep it held down, and hit the letter V. And you will notice that there is a whole bunch of code. You don't need to know all of it, but it should look something like this. We are almost complete. However, now what we've got to do is add the code from your YouTube video behind the code that we just copied. So what we're going to do is go to YouTube. You'll see the image that's on the YouTube, and up here you'll see the code. Okay? What you'll notice is it'll say something like www.youtube, and it'll say watch, and then there's like a question mark and a letter V and then an equal sign. And then behind that there is some other code, okay? When you see this, you'll notice that the code in your video is going to be different because you have a different video. What you're going to do is the following. Take your time. Put your cursor at the end of all of the code and just back with the arrow. Use the back arrow and just keep going back. Okay, when you get in front of the beginning of that special code that is for your video, do the following. You're going to hit the delete button. Hit delete. Well, let's see here. Hold for once. Okay, let's go over this portion again more clearly. When you get to this portion, place your cursor at the end of all of the code, okay, like so. Now you have some arrow keys on your keyboard, so use the arrow key that is pointed to the left and just continue to go back until you get in front of the beginning of the code that is specifically for your video. Next, use the backspace bar and hit backspace like this. Continue until you get to right there. It'll say youtube.com/. Now what you're going to do is type a small case V. Remember, it should be a small case V and then a forward case slash. Okay? So it should look something like this. http youtube.com/small v/ and then the code. What you're going to do with this code is you are now going to copy that code. Got it? Okay, great. We're going to take that code and go back to our note. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the notepad. Remember where we posted all of that code? This is what you're going to do. You're going to notice that there's a / and then there's a whole bunch of words. Don't worry about what all the various words are, just pay attention to this. This is what you're going to do. You're going to place your cursor in front of the words that say HREF. And the first line of code that you have, look for this. Place your cursor in front of it. Got it? Great. Now use the backspace bar and continue and do this. Just use your backspace bar, continue, 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 continue until you get right there. So it should say, for example, on yours, the code should read the following. There should be a forward or a backwards cursor, an A, a space, and then it should say HREF. You got that? Great. Now you are going to notice that there is some other code right here. It says like HTTP and some other code. This is what you're going to do. You see the JPEG and then there's like a /. Place your cursor between the / and that apostrophe right there. Okay? Place your cursor right after the JPEG / and right before that cursor. Got it? Great. So now pay attention. You're going to use your space bar that says backspace. And you are going to go backspace, backspace, all the way up to the HTTP, okay? So we're just backspace, backspace. Take your time. Okay. We have completely removed that. Although you cannot see it, you still have in store the code that you had from YouTube. So do the following. Hit the control key right now on your keyboard and then the letter V. And voila! Look, the code that you had from YouTube now appears in that space. And it should be in this format. It should say something like http youtube.com /v/ and then some code and then the apostrophe. It must look exactly like we see it right here on the screen. Now you will notice I have some special note right here. I want to make sure that in every video that you are using that you always type the following code. You see here? There's a question mark. I want you to type the following code behind every video. It's question mark. Modest branding equals 1 and REL equals 0. Type this exactly as it is, okay? Let me repeat that. That's question mark, modest branding equals 1 and REL equals 0. The reason we're going to use this code is because this keeps your viewers on your screen so that they cannot see anyone else's video but yours. I already have this already typed out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it right there. I copied it, but now I'm placing it right behind the end of that little bit of code behind the YouTube video. And what I'm doing is I'm touching right now on my keyboard the control key and now my letter V. And so now the code that was down here, this modest branding, and it shows up right behind the code that we have up there. Now we're 90% complete, but we're not all the way done, so let's do the following. We have some other code that's in here that we don't need, so what we're going to do is at the very end of the code that we have up here, right here, we have like forward slash and then the A and then a little squiggly thing here. What we're going to do is we're going to take everything from right here. You see this A and then right there? Okay, so we have forward bracket slash A and then a right pointed bracket and then it says BR. What we're going to do is we're going to take everything from the BR right here all the way to the end out. So what I'm going to do is place my cursor at the end and I'm just going to hit the backspace bar and just delete it. So I'm just deleting, taking my time. Take your time. Keep deleting until you get right there. You see you have BR after the B and then there. Stop. Got it? Now with this code, this is basically 95% done. What you're going to do is you're going to take all of that code right there, copy it. Got it? Highlight it and copy it. Now you're going to navigate back to Craigslist. Now the video that I have, it's about housing. It's rental housing. So I'm going to be placing my code in that section. Now whatever product you're selling, then you make sure you place your code in that respective location. But mine is for housing, so I'm going to click on housing. Okay, so now I'm ready to post my ad. So what I'm doing is I click post. And you will also. Since I'm offering housing, I'm going to click offering. And I will put up here rooms and shares. Let's see. Let's say apartments and housing for rent. That's the one I'm going to select. Okay, then I pick my location and then hit continue. Okay, so now I'm ready to place my ad. Now in your ad you can put whatever you want. However, sometimes it is key to put the location, a phone number, if you will, if that's what you're comfortable with, but never put your email address into the ad. So I'm just going to create my ad now. Okay, at this point we are 99% done. Depending on what section you are in on Craigslist, you will be required to put in different information. I'm in the housing for rent, so the parameters that they ask for are different. But in my title, I'm simply saying rental home available. Let me type in available. Now you will notice in the code down here some things are unique, and I would like for you to put this in each and every video that you have on Craigslist. In the beginning, put a backwards pointing pointer like this. You have this on your computer. Look for that key, type the word center, and then it should be a forward slash pointer. You see that? Look for those keys on your keyboard and make sure you type that code. What this is going to do is when viewers see your video, it'll be centered. So it should be like backwards pointing, arrow, center, then forward. Okay? Now also you will notice that there is an H3. H3 is a heading. Okay? Now right here you can type whatever you want. So we have an H3 here, we have an H3 here at the end also. Anything that appears at the end should always have a slash before it. So since we have an H3 here, we have an H3 there. So since we have a center here, we're going to put a center at the end, and we'll do the following. We're going to put the backwards pointer, slash because it's at the end, and then center again. Okay? Make sure the heading of all your videos says something like the following. Watch the video below and make sure the code is always like that, okay? Now you see the YouTube video code, all that stuff that we worked with earlier. In front of the href, you see that? Go right there, right there. And again, I want you to do the following. Type center, just like you saw up here. We're going to type it down here, okay? Right in front of href, okay? Then at the end of your video, you see like there was a backward slash and A, and then we type center again, but notice we have a forward pointing slash. Make sure that the code at the end of your video down here matches what's up here, okay? And then finally, I just gave my ad some other information like see the inside of this rental. What I did here was I copied all of this code, the HTTP all the way down to REL and equals 0. I copied that here. I copied it down here. Okay, so let's go over that. You can type whatever you want here, but this is going to appear under your video. Again, if you put center at the beginning, put a center at the end, but make sure that it has a slash, okay? Now here I have a B code, which means whatever I put here along with what's in front of the HTTP, which is another B without the slash, it will appear bold. Now if you want to see what our results look like, let's hit continue. When we get to this particular page, I'm not going to include a map, okay? So I'm clicking don't include a map. When we get to this window, just click done with images. And look, our image is here, and because of the way we coded it, we have a link that's here. And now what we're simply going to do, we're 99.5% done. We're going to click continue. Click continue, wait for the video. Okay, now your link has been created and your video ad is up. So now it says here, it says watch the video below. Notice when you click on the image, you get, it looks like a little finger, right? And look down here, you have a link. But look what happens now when anyone sees your ad. If they click on that image, the video will start to play.
Located in our nation's capital, just 1 mile from the White House, is a small, family-owned furnished apartment provider that gives a unique alternative to a monotonous, long or short-term hotel stay by supplying private, completely furnished apartments with all the comfort.
And because of the way that you coded your video, it says watch the video below. It gives your viewer now the option to click to see the video up there, or they can click down here. Let's click on the link to see what our viewers would see. Wow, look, it goes right back to the video and it can be played from the link.
Located in our nation's capital, just 1 mile from the White House.
Now when your viewers see your ads on Craigslist, they will see them as a fully functional video that shows only your video. And you can include a link if you like. You can include any other details that you like in addition. You have just learned an insider internet marketing secret that you may use whenever you want. And if you need to review the tutorial, feel free to replay the video over and over again.